Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Haley and today I'm coming at you with a different video than I've ever done before. So this is a food pantry box like haul, and then I kind of was wanting to throw in maybe like some meal inspiration or like inspiration of how to use these things. So I kind of wanted to explain. So yesterday I was working for DoorDash, which if you didn't know, I'm not currently working right now. I live with my boyfriend who does have a full-time job, but I'm getting my master's degree online, so I'm really trying to focus in on that. And then I'm going to be starting my career as a teacher, but I'm not working currently, so I do DoorDash on the side, and I work for VIP Kid, which is like an online teaching, and so that's how I earn an income, but it's not even like a part-time income. So yesterday I was doing DoorDash and I just happened to drive by. I actually was delivering to an elementary school, which was really funny. And right across the street was a church, and there was a bunch of people holding signs that was like free food. And I like waved. There was an older gentleman, and I just like waved as I drove by, or as I was turning out of the elementary school, and he like waved me over. And I was like, no, and he like was really insistent on waving me over, and I was like, okay. So I kind of pulled up and I was like, hi, like, what is this all about? And they're like, yeah, this is like our food pantry, like this is the church giving back and giving free meals and stuff like that, or free food. And I was like, oh, well, I don't need this. I'm not going to partake in it, which, like, in my personal opinion, I know that there's so many people that are struggling out there, and there's so many people that don't have jobs, and COVID has affected so many people. So yes, it would help us, and yes, we have a pretty tight budget, although it might not seem like it on the grocery hauls, but I don't show everything. Anyways, and he was like, no, like, please, there haven't been, like, we do this very often. I think it was once a week, and there are times where we're throwing away food because not enough people come to get them, so please. So I ended up getting a box for me and a box for my mother-in-law, my boyfriend's parents, and I delivered their box to them. So without further ado, let me show you what came in the box. Okay, so this is a quick overview of everything. They literally just like opened my door of my car, put it in, and they were so sweet and so kind. So this was like in boxes. I think this is everything that it came with. I was trying to like make sure I grabbed everything, but starting with like the refrigerator stuff, it came with this pound of butter, which I've never seen butter like this before. Like, I know it's like fairly common, but I've always ever seen it in like the sticks. So this was really interesting. But that, 2 pounds of mozzarella cheese. This is just the shredded cheese. Great Lakes cheese, I think is the brand. And I was like looking at all the Best By dates, and all the Best By dates are like completely fine. Like, this is 2021. I'll probably end up shredding this, although I do have pizza like on the meal plan, so I will definitely use that for that. And I hadn't bought cheese yet. Picked that, or not picked it up. It came in that. Got a gallon of milk, and again, like, this is November 6th, and the last time I bought milk, it was about the same kind, and we also do drink 2% milk, and we were out of milk, so that came at perfect time. This is liquid whole eggs with citric acid. I used it this morning, actually. I thought this was gonna be like whole eggs, like just like cracked eggs, but it's actually like I guess you would say like scrambled eggs. Like, I don't know if you can see in there, which is interesting. I've never used that before. It worked just fine. Apples. These are Granny Smith apples, and it's a 3-pound bag. So this one only has 6 apples in it, whereas the other bag that my boyfriend's parents had Gala apples, and it was 3 pounds. But the apples, I swear, were like not even the size of my palm. So there was like probably 20. I don't know. I mean, there was a lot in there. But I would prefer this. My boyfriend likes these apples. I'm fairly picky about my apples, so I don't get them very often because Honeycrisp is so expensive, and that's my favorite. I might bake with these or eat them. Whatever. Baby carrots, and this is 2 pounds of baby carrots. This is a 5-pound bag of russet potatoes. Not that I'm like complaining, but they are a little small. Like, I thought russet potatoes were like the big ones. Like, you can do baked potatoes with it. Maybe I just don't know my potatoes, but there's that. And then the meat. So this is chicken taco meat, and both of these things came frozen. So this was 2 pounds of meat, and then this was a 3-pound thing. So it's a total of 5 pounds. And I was like reading all the ingredients on it, and it basically is just like ground chicken, water, and like spices. And the calorie, or like the nutritional facts: 70 calories, 2 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 10 proteins for I think it's like 2 ounces. I think that's pretty good calorically. Like it's not like they're just giving a bunch of like fatty, greasy, bad food for you. Like this is all relatively healthy ingredients. So that, and then this is chicken patties. And I was like talking with my grandma about like ideas, and these are literally just ground chicken like patties. They're not like breaded or anything like that. So there's so much that you can do with that. So that's everything in the quote haul. And so, I mean, if I like had absolutely no money, this would obviously be so helpful. But if I were to just use these ingredients, I feel like there's probably not like a ton to do with, like you can do with it. Like if I were to just use these ingredients for all of our meals, like I would probably have to go to the store and, you know, buy a can of tomato sauce or a can of this or a can of that, like to really like stretch this. Like this is definitely not like everything you could eat. I don't know how long this food is like supposed to last. If it's like a month's worth of food, a week's worth of food, but I thought I would show you just some simple like recipes, ideas of how I'm using this food. I'm gonna try to film like little clips over a period of time to show you like how we use the food. So the first thing that I did that I started out with this morning is we just got this Dash waffle maker. I actually had like a leftover gift card from last Christmas, almost a whole year later, and it's $10. And so it's this little mini waffle maker, and I used the potatoes, and I shredded the potatoes. I'll try to leave the recipe in the description box. If I don't, please remind me. But it's literally just shredded potatoes, a little bit of oil, and 2 eggs, which I just used this, and this is 3 tablespoons for an egg. So I just did 6 tablespoons and then a little bit of salt and pepper. Put it in there for, I think it was like 5-6 minutes just or so. And it's like a nice little like hash brown. So that was really cool. So these are little egg waffles, and in the little recipe book for this, it says to put in 1 egg, but the 3 tablespoons of the like egg, like that was just too much. So it's a little bit less than that, and I added a little bit of cheese in some, and then just like salt and pepper in some other ones. But this is a super simple, easy breakfast, like eggs and hash browns. I thought I'd show you an easy, simple way to use up some of the potatoes from the box. So what I did is I started out by cutting my potato here into like French fry shaped pieces, and then I sprinkle a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, paprika, shake it up, and put it in my air fryer basket. And then what I like to use is this French fry setting here, which puts it at 400, I think for like 15 or so. I kind of check it, I shake it, and there you go, boom, perfect side for lunch. Here's a look at the finished French fries. Also, here's another way to use the cheese. This is a homemade pizza. I use pesto and chicken on top of a pizza crust. Any toppings obviously would work, but that uses that mozzarella cheese. So I wanted to show you another quick idea for using ingredients out of this box. So this is not my recipe. I'll try to include the link to the video if I remember it, but it's from Lemonade Mom's like Croctober thing that she's doing. And so this used up a lot of the potatoes from here. It called for about 8 cups. I think I did a little bit less, probably closer to like 6 to 7-ish. I was just rough chopping them quickly. I left the skin on mine. I think she took it off of hers, but I'm in a rush and I also like it that way. As you can see, it needed carrots. Totally could have used the baby carrots from the box, but I had leftover carrots that I like were starting to go bad, so I used those. It needed 2 stalks of celery, which I had some left over. Called for like half an onion. I always buy my onions in bulk at Winco. They're super cheap. I think the last time I bought like 5 of them for $1 or something. Like it was amazing. This whole package of ham, which this I just bought from Walmart for like $3, $3.63. And then it's gonna call for a little bit of sour cream later. And what else did I put in there? Oh, I put in some of these, which I bought these from Walmart quite a while ago. This is so good, and this 8 cubes was like 70 cents or something, and I've used it so many times, so it's perfect to keep on hand, super cheap, and calls for milk, which came from that box. And I also bought, while I was at Walmart, I bought this bread loaf. I'm gonna cut it in half and freeze the other half and use half for tonight. This was $1. And then I also got some green onions to kind of like spice it up, add a little bit extra to it, and this was only 50 cents. So overall, this is a super cheap meal with a lot of these food pantry, food box ingredients, and it's gonna feed me and my boyfriend. I mean, this is a massive pot of crock pot soup. I mean, we're 2 people. This is gonna be dinner tonight, and I'm assuming probably 2 more meals. Like I'll probably have this for lunch a day or 2. We might have it like a leftover night. Like this will make so much soup. All of this in the crock pot. It's going down for 4 hours. Boom, dinner, soup. So I totally forgot to take a picture of this meal. So enjoy a picture that I stole off the internet. This is off of Google Images. This is not my photo. But a really simple way to use that meat was taco meat. And so I made tacos and burritos multiple nights. I just thawed the meat, cooked it up. It was a tad bit greasy, so I drained the meat. And then I always keep tortillas on hand, so I just added whatever toppings we wanted, and that was a super simple meal. This isn't the best photo, I cropped it, of a photo that I took of my best friend helping me make this, but this is a way to use up the apples. I made big pans of apple crisp. It had relatively simple ingredients. It was apple, cinnamon, sugar, oatmeal, flour, and a few other ingredients. This photo really doesn't do it justice, but this is chicken and dumplings. I ended up putting too much dumpling batter, so it turned into one big dumpling. This recipe has chicken breasts, carrots, celery, chicken broth, and a can of cream of chicken soup. This meal was super cheap, easy to make, and really filling. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!